Minister Emmanuel, a couple of weeks ago, can't remember how long, I asked you about the vacant seat at the GEBE Supervisory Board. And I know this afternoon you have to go to Parliament. And the candidate that was selected to take up the position vacated by now Member of Parliament Romeo Plantaflet was the department head there at VROMI, maintenance head Mr. Claudius Bancamper. I'm now hearing that Mr. Bancamper will no longer take that position. Can you tell me the reason and who will replace the candidate? And if this has to do with the LMA, then what will happen with the chairman of that board?
Good morning. Thank you very much for the question. No, it does not have anything to do with the LMA. I believe more that between Bancamper and myself, and also with the Prime Minister, other position that we was looking for is much more suitable in a discussion that we will need him for more in the future. However, concerning the position, another candidate also has presented himself, and right now we are going through looking at everything for this candidate, and very soon the position will be filled. So it has nothing to do with the LMI, and I know exactly what you're talking about, Article 55 that you mentioned the last time, and I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told you last week, is that I don't know. But the good thing about the Council of Ministers is that we have seniors who are much more experienced because they have went through this process a long time, whether they have been members of parliament for the former Netherlands Antilles or commissioners. So I believe you should probably direct that question to the Prime Minister because he's well versed in these sort of answers. I don't know if it's a conflict of interest because I know where you're going with the question. That's what I asked the last time. And if it is, then probably all civil servants who's on government boards should resign if that is what you're getting at. But I don't know because it have been done for many of years, even before I was around. So I don't know.
With regards to the St. Martin housing development, I understood there are some more situation taking place. There are some other people that came forward with leaky homes, just recent. The last two homes that were sold, bad construction, cracked walls, and instead of management dealing with that situation, they're busy sending out letters telling people what repercussions they will face for having pets.
Yeah, I'm aware of that situation and all those, and some of the letters that have been presented to tenants. And the foundation requested a meeting, and we will be taking them up on that opportunity to have a discussion concerning those issues.
Thank you, Minister Emmanuel. Prime Minister Marling, would you mind following up on the question I posed regarding the board members of the Supervisory Board of GEBE and Mr. Bancamper, as well as civil servants holding key positions on supervisory boards?
You want me to follow up on the question?
Yes. He said I should ask you about it because
If civil servants can be on board of government foundations, there are several civil servants who have been and who are still occupying seats on government-owned companies and or foundations. The different foundations or the different government companies sometimes would have different provisions set aside for them. In one of them, I know, for instance, for a civil servant to sit on that board, the civil servant would need permission from the minister from which the minister heading the ministry that they are coming from. But not all of them make that provision. So it has been allowed and it is permissible as long as there is no conflict of interest for that person sitting on the board of the company. Yeah, that's all I can say at this point in time.
Thank you, Bibi, for
No,
your...
you're smiling. I don't know if you feel that there is something more to be said. You asked me to clarify whether civil servants can or cannot. Yes, civil servants can.
Bibi, thank you for your question. Alita, the Daily Herald, you have the floor.
Thank you, Marsha. Good morning, ministers. Minister Emmanuel, could you please give an update on the Vida Nova housing project?
Yes. Well, to mention Villanova and housing, I know as we speak, they are working on it very, very hard. And I remember the last time the question was asked, I said they should be here probably sometime in May to give an update. I think they're going to be a little bit later than that, but I know for sure that it's being worked on. The last time I spoke to any one of them on the board concerning the whole project, at that same time I called, they were exactly speaking to, I believe, the developer and how they were supposed to be moving forward. That's the latest update that I have thus far.